Laudato Si, Chapter 1. What is happening to our common home? Let us review those questions which we can no longer sweep under the carpet. Each year, hundreds of millions of tons of waste are generated, much of it non-biodegradable, highly toxic and radioactive. The earth, our home, is beginning to look more and more like an immense pile of filth. If present trends continue, this century may well witness extraordinary climate change and an unprecedented destruction of ecosystems. The problem is aggravated by the intensive use of fossil fuels. Everyday unsafe water results in many deaths and diseases. Underground water sources in many places are threatened by the pollution produced. It may well disturb us to learn of the extinction of mammals or birds, since they are more visible. But the good functioning of ecosystems also requires fungi, algae, worms, insects, reptiles, and innumerable variety of microorganisms. We find coral reefs comparable to a great forest on dry land, for they shelter approximately 1 million species, including fish, crabs, mollusks, sponge, and algae. Many of the world's coral reefs are already barren or in a state of decline. Who turned the seas into underwater cemeteries? We are conscious of the disproportionate and unruly growth of many cities which have become unhealthy to live in. Both everyday experience and scientific research show that the gravest effects of all attacks on the environment are suffered by the poorest, who are the majority of the planet's population. We know that approximately a third of all food produced is discarded, and whenever food is thrown out, it is as if it was stolen from the table of the poor. People may well have a growing ecological sensitivity, but it has not succeeded in changing their harmful habits of consumption. A simple example is the increasing use of air conditioning. Never have we hurt and mistreated our common home as we have in the last 200 years. Humanity has disappointed God's expectation.